If you don't change careers, if you don't change your job, and you decide to stay in a job that you don't really like, that totally annoys you, that drives you crazy, that also has a price. Don't be mistaken. Don't be fooled and think that there is no price to staying in a job that you despise, and that there is no risk to staying in a job, in a career that you don't like. Because even though you think that staying in your current job at your current company is something that is stable and secure, and it will provide you with a steady income for years to come, how can you know that is not? It might not be the case. I mean, your company can let you go at any time if they don't want you, or if there's some restructuring or reorganization going on in the company, or if something happens in the economy that just forces the company to let you go. There is no such thing as absolute security, even at the company that you work for. And the other thing is also that you don't really want to rely 100% on your company. You don't want to become dependent on that one company with no other options, because in that case, you will easily become sort of a slave to your company, or even to your boss. And I know this sounds a bit extreme, but this is how I mean it. Working with a company, your relationship with the company you work at, with your boss, with your colleagues, it's a contract, right? It's a form of cooperation. You get paid for doing a service, for delivering a service, for your time especially, and it may work out, and it might also not work out. And if it doesn't work out, you do want to have your options. You do want to be able to tell your boss or your colleagues if you don't agree with something, or if you don't agree with the company policies, in which case you can either discuss it with them, or if it just doesn't work out, you do want to have the option to move to somewhere else, right? And by the way, I made another podcast episode previously on the topic of whether or not it's time to move to another company, and I will link it for you above here in case you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to this on a podcast app, you can simply go through the episodes and look for that episode on whether or not it's time to leave the company and look for another job at another company. But anyways, the point is that there is no such thing as absolute security, even with the company that you're currently working for. So it is false to say that it is safe to stay where you are, and that it is much more riskier to change jobs or change your career. I just want to get that out in the open. I just want to emphasize that whether you stay where you are or you change your job, there will always be some kind of risk. But the question now is, do you just want to accept the risk that you currently have in your current job and in your career? Or do you want to go your own way and choose your risk? And of course, everyone knows that along with a higher risk also comes the possibility of a higher reward. So if you want that higher reward, if you want the chance at a better job, a better career, a more fulfilling and meaningful career, and thus a more fulfilling and meaningful life, then usually there is some risk involved on the journey, on the way to that. And there's also a price, and there's also some sacrifice.